feedback error.
We're out of intro ideas. Yay!
Feedback error.
That's what we do here on the pod. We don't practice.
We don't practice.
We don't think things through before we try them.
Oh yeah, that's part of the charm. Or what I call charm is just us being lazy. Just charming.
I'm really glad that that's a thing now.
Oh yeah, I just leave stuff around the house and they go, Jemma, can you clean up? I'm like, I'm charming.
That's just all my charm all over the floor.
Look at it. Look at all that charm. Gemma, have a shower. It's charisma. You smell like charisma.
That's what that smell is.
Your charisma smells like BO. I actually didn't. Oh, actually, I didn't put. I don't think I put my antidepressant. What?
Antiperspirant?
Antiperspirant. I went to say antidepressant.
Gemma's losing it today.
I lost it way before I got here. I was in a convoy.
A campfire story.
Do you want to say, actually, while I'm in this state...
I feel like a campfire story is a great idea while you're like this.
This is such a good... You know what? I could go for a nice campfire story. Okay, let's...
Hang on, I'll build a fire real quick.
Thank you.
We'll chuck some logs on.
Ah,
Are you cozy?
Nice. I am cozy. I'm ready. I'm all fergened up, all snuggly. I've got a story for you.
I'm excited to hear
as soon
it.
as I remember what it was. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is a good story. Okay, so many people may know that Jemma Bayley, she is a little bit promiscuous, and she does participate in some kinky behaviour.
What?
No. Jemma,
What do you mean?
It's funny because my stage persona is so like, I'm just having a good time.
Yeah, you look like the most innocent person in the world. and then you tell me about your weekend and I'm like, do you need assistance?
I've got a bruise right here too.
You do, I was looking at it before.
It's funny because that was just from a table.
One of my favourite games is Guess How Jemma Got That Bruise.
It's a fun game we like to play. You'd be surprised. Prepare to be shocked. So this was another one of these instances where, because I participate in a particularly, I'm particularly sexual, I do actually go and get laser done. So, hairless, right?
Yes.
And I have such a good time because
To be clear, laser is like a hair removal thing and not just something super kinky.
Oh yeah, I'm not just into lasers. Yeah, it's just like I'm sitting there and they're just lasering like past me like, I'm not gonna give me.
You're also a nerd, like there's a chance it was a Star Wars thing, so I'm just...
There is something called electroplay, which is like what you're talking about, where you get like a little electric, it almost looks like, you know those things that used to touch in school? It was like a big glass orb and the thing would go to your fingers like little electricity bolts.
I worked at an adult store and we sold a lot of like electric play
Yeah.
stuff. And I hated it because I hate electric shocks and stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't understand it, but it's all sensation and stuff like that. So I'm a little bit like, I get why it's like a kink thing. No, it wasn't that. It's not fun when they laser your pussy and
I bet,
to get rid of the hair. But that'd be great if you were into it and you also got laser. Like, because every time you had a session, you're also having a session, you know?
Do you reckon we should find someone who does laser and ask them if anyone's ever got like uncomfortably wet during?
Yeah. No, I wonder if that's actually a thing, because then they're like, we have to stop now. And they're like, don't stop now.
That would be so uncomfortable.
That would be uncomfortable. There'd actually be a fair amount of professions, I reckon, where they're just doing their job and people get, doctors do the thingy all the time. More visuals. What is that?
You know, just like crooked her finger.
When
about like prostate exams?
Yeah, and guys will get boned from that. Not like consciously, but they just do.
Yeah, just like a physical reaction.
So that's something that happens in a professional environment where they're both just like, whoop.
Also very funny.
Also very funny. So I reckon that would happen with, anyway. She's doing my, she just finished, with, Little Jemma. I don't want to call it Little Jemma. Why do I call it that? I actually call it my Miffy. I call it Miffy. Yeah, but that's because my mum.
Very like sweet and innocent.
Yeah, because
Miffy's
the
things that you do with it.
Miffy's a rabbit. That rabbit.
Oh yeah,
Miffy.
that little white thing. Is that why? It's a little white thing.
Miffy. I actually don't know. Maybe that's why Mum started calling it Miffy, but I've just continued with it because, like, that's what it was called through my childhood. Anyway, it's weird to... Yeah.
I call mine the Huntress.
She's on the prowl. On the prowl. I can believe you call it the Huntress, actually. There's a little part of me that's like, there's a little, like, tattooed bow and arrow above it, too.
Oh, I should get one of those.
That would be sick.
Yeah. So,
stop interrupting my story. Actually, I interrupted
You're interrupting your own story.
So Miffy got done, and then she was going to do my legs at the same time, and as she's doing my legs, she's just kind of going through. So sometimes I ask you things like, when did you last, or what, have you changed medications, blah, blah, blah. It can actually affect, like, the cycle of hair growth and things like that. And I was like, no, everything's fine. And she goes, when was the last time you had a spray tan? And
now you're a fairly pale person. Do you spray tan?
I don't. Like, well, the last time I did was at my sister's wedding, which was, like 5 to 6 years ago. So I said to her, no. And she kind of didn't take that answer and said, oh, well, when was the last time you spray tanned? And I said...
She doesn't believe you at this point.
I go, 6 to 5 years ago? All right, you nosy goose. Like... She's just like, it's a weird thing to just be like, okay. And she goes, well, if you do, like, I had just lied to her.
So, yeah, now she's a little bit angry.
Yeah, she's a bit angry. She's like, you gotta know that it can get into the pores and this might not work as well. And I'm like, are you just like, I feel like she's trying to get me to admit that I had spray tan so that her dodgy job is like valid, you know?
Yeah.
So I was sitting here going, well, I don't get spray tans. I haven't had a spray tan in years, so that doesn't even enter the equation. She goes, sure. And I'm like...
That's so snippy.
It's like, okay, all right. So we just ended up talking about something else, and then I got up and I looked down at my knees, and they were all bruised. But they were old bruises, so they'd gone yellow. So she thought that, because that's where spray tan sticks. When you do a spray tan, it gets in because the knee isn't exfoliated as much.
You definitely looked like you had lied to her.
So she's just sitting there going, she's got a spray tan. Why is she so adamant that she's not? And getting offended, and I'm getting mad that she's accusing me. And then I just look down like, oh my God. And there's a part of me that's like, I don't want to tell her that they're bruises. One, because it's like, I was doing something fun. But two, I didn't want her to get worried that my partner was maybe aggressive with me without my consent. So it was also just a little bit like, I can leave there being a liar to her. I'm okay with this.
That was the better option.
That's the better option of her thinking that I'm a lying bitch.
Because I feel like if you told her what they were, you would have to explain that a little. Like, people are going to be concerned about why there would be bruises to that extent on your knees.
Yeah, like, they when I say, like, that bruises on my knees, you know, like, sometimes if you do a favour for a friend on your knees, and then...
That's all I'm calling it now, by the way.
Like, I don't know, you're changing...
We should definitely call it that.
You're changing your PowerPoints from cord to Wi-Fi, you know, whatever you're doing on your knees with your friend. you end up with a little bruise, like, you end up with little bruises, and you can kind of tell that's what's from. Mine was just, like, almost half down my leg because of the type of play that I do.
Because the type of favour.
The type of favours I do.
A lot of favours.
I'm a carer.
You were very nice that day.
Look, I am a caring lady. I like to know that my friends are taken care of all the way to the end, you know. Right. Jemma finishes the job.
I think you were right to just let this woman think you were lying.
Thank you. All right.
Have you been back since?
No. I mean, I haven't been, like, not to her specifically, because you can actually get other people.
She probably requested that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I kept trying to book her, but she wouldn't have me. We did have a weird argument about me having spray tan, so that's understandable. I like the idea that she's now saying that other people, like, she spray tans and she says she doesn't. She's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, like, what a weird thing to lie about from her perspective.
Yeah, she's like, why is she being secretive? Like, maybe I'm trying to fool people into thinking I have a healthy glow.
Yeah.
Like, that I don't fake tan. I'm like, no, it's all natural. And she's sitting there going like, why is she faking it with me? I don't care.
And you are very pale as well.
I'm very pale as well.
So, in her mind, she's probably like, this stands out so clearly. Why wouldn't she just admit this? It's like, comedians going out at night, we're not in the sun that often.
Oh, no.
We're quite pale.
What is the sun?
I got a spray tan.
No. What?
I got a spray tan a few months ago. I went to Bali and I was like, I'm going to get a spray tan. So I look like I belong there. And I went to the place and I said to the lady, look, I'm very pale. Just give me the lightest one that you have. I just want a tiny little glow.
Yes.
And she's got the gun and sprayed me one stripe across my stomach and then she stands back and goes, whoa. And their lightest setting was made me look like an entirely different person. So your whole takeaway for that experience was, maybe I should go spray tan.
Yeah, make the bruises look a little less. People won't notice them as much. It's really awkward when I go to work without stockings on sometimes, because I'm like, I have to act overly happy at work because I don't want people to suspect that I'm a victim of something. Like, it's not that and then overacting it would probably cause people to be like,
yeah, that would be even more
maybe
suspicious.
I gotta stop. I should just tell people what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. I tell everyone.
Yeah,
except the pod.
You're pretty open about it.
Yeah.
Baby pod, we shelter a little bit.
We shelter because, look,
no one
baby
wants
pod's
to hear
a
about
baby.
their parents' sex lives.
She's heard enough already.
Yeah.
I can hear her being like, Mom!
Baby pod is so embarrassed of us.
We need a baby pod embarrassed noise. That just stops us talking. That's just like a little robot voice going, Mom, stop! You're embarrassing me.
I would enjoy that.
I'm putting it in now.
Yeah. All right.
Mum, stop, you're embarrassing
We
me.
can't react to it now, but trust me, it's going to be good. All right.
I enjoyed that story. That was good.
Thank you. I mean, we can pack up now. It's a good thing that we come to camp at nighttime as well, because I like fire warmth, but I don't like sun warmth.
I agree. Fire warmth is a different kind of...
Which is weird, because sun's just far away fire, isn't it?
The sun... I guess.
Just far away fire.
Yeah. I like that quote. Sun is just far away fire.
Look, you have fire here. This is close fire.
Yeah.
There's far away fire up there.
It's true. Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
But
I'm not wrong.
I agree. I don't like the sun. It
no.
burns.
Like, I like far away fire because it is far away.
Mm.
And sometimes I can be out of far away fire's reach through the use of shelter at night time.
Welcome back, Finnegan.
When you start referring to sun as far away fire and doing more hand gestures than usual, Finnegan's kicked in again.
Alright, we'll leave the camp.
Okay.
I'll put the fire out.
Thank you. So one of us has got to remember.
Yeah, I started bringing the imaginary bucket of water.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yeah, I'm very prepared now. But speaking of knee bruises...
Speaking of what?
Speaking of knee bruises...
Oh, yes!
We have a review to do.
What? Oh! I'm like, what the hell are we reviewing?
Nothing to do with your activities, Jemma.
I was like, were you there? How did I do? Out of 10.
I've got a segment I haven't told you about. I just have cameras in your house.
This is borderlining on just
And then, every time you do people a favour, I'm going to Monday morning quarterback it. We're going to run through it on the pod.
And there she goes. And she's, it's a good pace.
Yeah, I'll commentate. I'll just pipe in with what I would have done differently.
See, she should have passed back to a friend. She's a little bit lethargic right now, and then come back in later. Recovery time is important.
Not that.
Don't review my
This would
favors.
be a great place for Baby Pod to just shut us up.
Mum, stop, you're embarrassing me.
I'm sorry, Baby
I'm
Pod.
so sorry, Baby Pod.
I feel like every time we get too far, we just say sorry, Baby Pod, and before that, she's
We're
just gonna be
unfit
like,
parents.
I
I don't know why we thought we were ready for a child. But we went to a strip club.
We did.
Yeah, and I forgot the name, so we can't... Like,
I remember it, but I don't... we shouldn't... Should we say
If people
it?
come and talk to us about it, I can, like, tell them
We'll refer
where
you.
it was.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you know that building? It was like, you know, you go across the road and you go down the thing, and... Because I don't remember what it was called.
That is really... It's really tricky. You go up the then down the thing. Yeah, that's like... And then if you come to me, I'll just tell you the name of the place, and you can go there.
Maybe go to Jemma. I'm just going to do some vague hand gestures and tell you a building I think it was near. Because I'd had a few drinks by the time we got there. But I was very impressed at the strip. They did this
high
one move.
caliber.
There was like a really high pole that went up like 2 stories.
Yeah, she climbed
And they
all the way
kept-
to the top.
All the way to the top, and then she just dropped like onto her knees.
The first time that happened, it scared the hell out of me because it's a slam. They slam when they
Yeah.
come down, and I like looked behind me, and she was on the ground, and I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah.
And
I
you
thought it
looked
was an
amazed.
accident.
You looked amazed.
I was amazed.
You're like, "Oh."
Because I assume everyone's like meant to be doing whatever they're doing. So my first impression was that was really cool. Look how fast she came down. And then I was a little concerned when
You're like,
I
"Oh,
heard
she's
the
not
sound.
moving, and
Yeah.
she's not moving, and blood's coming out of her
Yeah.
head." No, I was impressed by that too. I liked the caliber of dancers. Can we call them strippers? I don't know. Yeah. Well, that's what they do.
They were naked. So
Yeah, they were naked. Yeah,
like-
yeah. They had the best lingerie too.
They did.
It's a little bit like wanting to stop them and be like, "Where'd you get that?"
Yeah. Well, I recognise some of it. I think
There's a lot of honey bidet there,
a
I've
lot.
noticed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, one of them was you.
What? I got a new job, guys.
It sounded like me just giving you a weird backwards compliment. There was a stripper there called Jayde.
Yeah, so we bonded over our name. Mine was called Courtney, and that's my middle name.
Weird. Mine's name was O'Brien. No. No.
I would love if there was a stripper called O'Brien.
So bad I couldn't remember her name. I feel like a
think that's
scumbag.
okay. It's not a real name anyway.
I know. I just feel like I've discredited her, and like I can't even like because she was lovely. She was great, and she was like maybe I love it. They make you feel so wanted. They make you feel. I know it's part of the game, but like I was like, oh, she cares about me. Maybe I can save her from this life.
While she's
save her.
making like a grand cash a night.
Yeah. I'm like, I can protect you. She's making more than me. I can save you from this.
She can live in a share house with me. She'll never have to do this again. No, they were great. I had like a weird moment though where you guys asked me which one I liked because we were going to get lap dances.
Yeah.
And I said I was looking for one with short dark hair and tattoos.
Yeah.
And then I realized maybe I'm a little too into myself because I was just describing myself. That was what I was looking for, just a naked version of me.
Is that a thing though? Because the one I was looking for just was like big booty.
Short dark hair and tattoos, yeah.
Yeah. Also short dark hair and tattoos. Actually, I ended up with, we were just looking for the same person.
Yeah.
And you got her and I was like, alright, I'll have that one. I don't remember her name, but it's okay because she makes me feel nice.
I learned some stuff because mine was Colombian. I speak a little Spanish, but not much. And she spoke Spanish to me. It was amazing.
That actually would have been really nice because it's kind of like, oh, I don't know what he's saying, but
Spanish
sounds
is like
nice.
the best language. It was probably like, pay me more, you dumb motherfucker.
And you're like, yeah,
And
tell
I was
me
like,
more.
yeah.
And they're just taking your credit card away, like ding, 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 ding. I didn't realize it cost that much for 10 minutes.
Yeah, they are
But
expensive. It depends where
I
you
do
go.
get it because like 10 minutes, I was like happy with 10 minutes as well.
Yeah, I think any longer is a little too much.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
could you imagine sitting there for they don't do hour-long lap dances. That just seems weird.
I mean, yeah, they do,
what? Do they?
which is too long. I think
It's too long.
you've got to like go to a different
Yeah.
room to that, and I imagine they would do a lot more just, like, lying on the floor to take a break.
Yeah, they need an interval in between where she just, like, has a Powerade and, like, wipes the sweat off her brow. And someone comes in with orange wedges and puts an orange wedge in her mouth.
I think they should put more curtains up in the lap dance room, though.
Yeah.
It was a little weird just getting lap dancers all in a row.
Well, like, across from us, there was, like, a few dudes getting lap dances and they were just looking at me and I was like, hey! Don't you look at me?
My favourite part was we were getting lap dances and I could hear our friend sitting next to us, like, asking the stripper about her life.
Oh, he would too. Oh, that's not why
Which
you're
was
there.
very nice, but I was like, dude, that's not why we're here.
Just let her do her thing. She knows, he's a thoughtful fella.
Yeah.
But that makes him, I feel like maybe that makes him comfortable enough to sit there.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, I can imagine being a dude and feeling a little bit like, I don't like degrading women in any way. But I also really
want a naked girl climbing all over me.
Yeah. And I want it to be not creepy.
Yes.
That's very hard.
I also think the strip clubs should do, like, nights where they just teach girls how to dance like them. I would go do that.
I would so go do that.
Yeah.
You just described a pole dance class.
Okay, fair.
I was like, I think we've been, you know, when we invent stuff that exists.
Yeah.
I would pay them to teach me their craft, you know, like in how to make a dude feel good and give me money.
Yeah.
Teach me that.
That would be great.
That's an applicable skill. They should teach that in schools. That's bad.
Like, even the lap dancers, that would be a great skill just to have.
Wait, I'm like trying to reflect back on it, and it's like a haze. And I'm a little bit like, what did she do to me?
We had a few drinks.
We did, actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, maybe that might have been why. We drank. I don't usually drink that much.
I don't usually drink either. And we drank a fair bit that night.
And we came back here and we all just went, let's not drink. Because we don't drink. Like, we don't. I remember sitting here going, I don't usually drink and I don't really want to.
Yeah.
Like, not that.
Like, we did it. We're already out.
Yeah, we had it.
We did the thing.
And now we're here.
Yeah.
I'll review the drinks.
Okay.
I had terrible gin. And
Terrible.
Then,
okay.
Terrible. And then I went to the bathroom, came out, and one of the girls, you brought me a gin. And then one of the girls came up to me and said, is that the house gin? Don't get the house gin. And I went, oh, geez, why? And she's like, it's just bad. And I was like, well, where were you, like, a few minutes ago before I bought this gin? But that's fine.
So maybe the moral of the story is ask the
strippers what alcohol is good there.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, she'll walk in, you go, what's good?
Yeah.
And then also you get, because the strippers weren't coming up to us. That's what I noticed. Like, we were sitting at the table and they kept brushing past us and I was a little bit like, is it because the two of us were sitting there with a fella and they were like, oh.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So I think if you are a girl and you're going to the strip clubs, especially with a guy, I think if it was just us two, it would have been different.
Yeah.
But with a guy, I think you need to actively, like, speak to the girls first.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise they think that you're, like, some weird jealous person who's there for the guy kind of thing.
Oh,
whereas in reality, it was our idea.
It is kind of weird because I said that to her and she was kind of like, some guys have their girlfriends come and they're really weird about it and you can't be around them because you end up in a fight. And I was like, oh, who's picking a fight with a stripper?
That's really bizarre.
It's a bad idea.
I love the idea of, like, going to a strip club with a guy.
Yeah.
Tried to, like, be, oh man, I'm so cool. Like,
I'm so cool
I
with
can
this.
Go with my boyfriend and I can get
joint.
a lap dance, and then getting into, like, a fight with a stripper.
Yeah. Like, don't touch my, why is he looking at you? What? Do you not know
what
what's
could
going
he
on?
possibly do there that you weren't expecting?
Yeah. Did you just pay her for a lap dance? Yes.
Were you looking at her? Like,
you looking
at her? We all were.
She's acting like she loves you. Yeah, she's a stripper. They all love us. No, but that was a good night. And then you took me to a bar that's never open.
Yes. I tried to take you to this bar like 5 times
You've
and it's
tried to
never
take
open.
me, and so's old mate. He's tried to take me a few times as well.
And then every time I've taken a bunch of people there and it's always open, it's just you. I feel like it's some weird portal, and whenever you're around, it just shuts down. Like
It's like we can't have Jemma in this dimension
like
again.
if I dropped you off around the corner and I came back with someone else, it would be open, it would be packed, and there would be people there.
In my world, that bar is closed. It seems like the sort of bar I would go to as well. It seems like really up my alley.
Yeah.
That's what's frustrating about it, because everyone goes, "Oh, Jemma, you would love this bar." It takes me there, closed.
Yeah, you would love it. It's the best. We'll go again.
Maybe the world will implode if I go in there. Maybe that's why it's always closed.
Maybe. Hey, if fire starts falling from the sky.
That's my 0-0. You know how I wasn't born as a human, and then like I was just.
What are the other options?
I just came into being from a 0-0. Mm-hmm. So there's this one point on this planet where I just fabricated into being. It's inside that bar, right? But if I return there, I defabricate and the world explodes.
Yeah, no, that sounds like something we should all be worried about.
This is a real thing.
I just wanted to get you like a cool frozen drink.
That's why it's so scary. It's deliberately designed to intrigue
tempting.
me.
It's like, this is exactly where she wants to go.
Exactly. It's like those fish with the glowy things on on the string. They're tempting the other fish in.
Yeah.
To lure.
That's exactly it. You're right.
What's worse is my friends go, "This is somewhere you'd like to be." And I go, "Yes." And then I die.
Well, if we're ever having a really bad week, we'll take you back to the bar. But like, we won't have to worry about a bad week.
It will open for me when I need it.
Yeah. We'll show up one day at a weird hour when it shouldn't be open, and it'll be
there.
Yeah.
It'll
we'll
be like
see the lights and the music, and we'll be like, "Oh, come on in."
Like, I'm home. And I walk in there and there's just other me's there, and I'm like, "What? There's a party."
Wouldn't that be weird if you walked into a bar and it was, there's this thing on the internet. Have you seen This Person Does Not Exist?
What?
It's a Twitter account and it's called This Person Does Not Exist. And basically they just have these like hyper realistic photo compositions of people that aren't real people. They're just like compositions, but they look real and they've got like names and ages and stuff.
Oh, that's creepy.
And it's fascinating. Oh, I'm going to bring it up.
Yeah,
to show
I want to see it because I find that really interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not like someone's painted it. It's they've gotten a bunch of images and correlated them all together.
Yeah. I'm a little bit worried though that like one day I'm going to see my face on there.
Yeah, they've made you up. You're not real. You're actually... Oh, have you seen that crossover thing where you can get celebrities' faces, cross them over, and you get a new person?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, and they put the Chris's together and they got Chris. They put like Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth together and got Chris Pratt. Something like that.
Yeah. If you're listening, you should go look at this Twitter account.
So
that's basically what we're doing. You're just now listening to us.
So these pictures that are currently here...
Yeah.
Like that? Mm-hmm. That's not a person.
It's not a person.
What do you mean? How have they put it?
Yeah. It's like those deep fake things.
Oh god, this is freaking me out.
I know. It's weird, right?
The closer I look, the more
They look so real.
Oh, I don't know about this.
It makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, because they just look like people.
Yeah, the normal person in me is like, oh, that's a really cool thing to do. And then there's like this primal part of me that is like, this is so wrong.
You know what it is? They've mastered the ability to make it look imperfect. Because humans are imperfect.
Yeah, they've got like pimples and like...
dimples and...
Yeah.
Their
and
eyebrows.
They're not like all attractive people and stuff. They're just like normal people.
God, this is gonna like... I wonder if I'm on here. Oh, this is so weird. I don't like it.
That'd be really creepy. Have you seen those sites too where people look for their twin?
Oh, yeah.
Like, not their real twin, but like...
their doppelganger in...
And people have found him, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I watched this like Vice document.
We should do that. We should...
Can we put our pictures up and see if we can find anyone that looks like us?
Yeah, that would be cool.
I want it so bad to be a celebrity. It won't happen.
I think we might have seen them by now.
Yeah, like someone might have made the correlation. It's like when people go, oh, you look like this celebrity. You're like, I don't see it. But in your head, you're like, thank
What if they're both Dutch people?
Double Dutch.
That's... That's what that is.
Is that where you were going? Yeah. I just said double Dutch immediately. I wasn't sure if that
was so, like, whispered and creepy, too. Double Dutch.
It's because I was so excited when you said two Dutch people. I was like, oh, double Dutch. All right, well, that was a nice episode. This has been Feedback Error.
We're also out of outro ideas.